The White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce and On Location TV19 are proud to present Your Business Matters, dedicated to your business needs. The White Bear Area Chamber is a nonprofit business organization serving as an advocate for the White Bear area and its business community. Now here is the Executive Director of the White Bear Area Chamber and the host of Your Business Matters, Tom Snell.
Welcome to the White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce Your Business Matters program. And we're going to start out today by mentioning that it's Small Business Month in November. And so we've invited a guest that owns a small business in downtown White Bear. And this is really important. Small Business Month means that we need to do something locally to help take care of the doldrums in our economy. And one of the key aspects of doing that is for people that are in White Bear to shop locally. That way we're able to generate revenue in our community, keep the money here, and help our businesses grow and prosper. And when that happens, everybody prospers. Successful small businesses mean a successful community. And I'm really happy today because we have with us Michelle Lametti. And Michelle, you own the business Country Charm Boutique, is that correct?
Yes.
In downtown White Bear.
Right.
Okay, and what is the address of your business?
2176 3rd Street.
And so you're right downtown then?
Right on the square.
Okay,
yeah.
And give us a little understanding here of what type of services or products does your business sell?
I concentrate on ladies' accessories.
Okay.
So a lot of jewelry, scarves, hats, lotions, a lot of personal items. My feature item is Polish stoneware, which is handmade and hand-painted in Włocławek, Poland.
Really?
Yes, and that is a very popular item. A lot of people are starting to come to my shop for the destination of Polish stoneware, so it's really exciting.
Polish stoneware. Now,
right.
How did you decide that this was going to be a product that you wanted to focus on? And it just seems like there probably aren't a lot of other businesses around that sell Polish stoneware, are there?
No, you know, the nice thing is I probably have the largest selection of Polish stoneware on the east side of Minnesota.
Really?
Yes, and I started collecting it and fell in love with it because it's durable and dishwasher safe and oven safe and just beautiful pieces of artwork. Each one is unique. And I started selling it online, and over the course of time, my husband and I decided that we wanted to start a business. So that's my feature item. A quarter of my store is all
Polish stoneware.
Right.
Now these are like plates and cups and dishes and
bowls, everything from
Are they
bakers
handmade, or are they made in a shop, or?
They're made in little manufacturers over in Poland.
Okay.
And the clay that they use is only found in this particular region of Poland. And it's a white clay, and it's fired at a very high temperature. So it's very dense and durable. And the colors, the main color is the cobalt blue. And there's different artists and every manufacturer that have their own designs, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Have you gone over to Poland to actually look at these products?
I have not yet, but I've seen a lot of the skills and the way they make it on videos.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, you know, the next question that I want to ask you is, what made you decide to set up your own small business, and what were you doing before you started your business? What type of work were you involved in?
Well, I've done everything from advertising, marketing, outside sales, project managing, estimating. I have a wide variety of skills, and I was laid off from an estimating job a couple years ago, and over the course of the last 2 years, my husband and I just decided that it'd probably be a good fit to start our own business in the community. And we had looked at Hudson and Stillwater, and we live in Stillwater, but White Bear is where we always like to come. So that's where we decided to open shop.
And did you do any kind of a study or analysis prior to setting up the business in White Bear, or was it just, I like White Bear and I want to have a business here?
It was actually, I think, luck that we found the space that we did in White Bear. I did a lot of research, the traffic in Hudson and the traffic in Stillwater. But I was looking for more of a community where locals actually shop. And living in Stillwater, I know I don't go downtown to shop. We'll go down there for dinner, but for shopping, that's not where I like to go. So I was looking for a community that actually brought in the local community and had wonderful events. And the Market Fest, the Winter Fest, and there's so many wonderful festivities and events in White Bear that it was just a good fit. And I feel very fortunate that we have the place that we have.
Okay, so that would be, and so that was kind of the way you studied it a little bit going in. Now, when you established your small business and you put in, what are some of the challenges that you have to face as a small business owner, maybe that other people can learn from that are thinking about setting up their own small business?
Getting traffic, getting the people to come as a destination. I think just getting the people in the door is one of the biggest challenges. Sure. And as a new business, that's what you're working on. And what was nice is where I'm located on the square, I had a lot of the Market Fest foot traffic, and that gave me a lot of recognition. But, I think planning for downtime is something that you really need to focus on. A lot of our traffic is either high or low because of weather. And that, I think weather could be a huge hindrance at times, especially with the kind of weather we've had this year. So and self-promoting and figuring out how to tackle the marketing issues, And I belong to a networking group of other ladies in the community that have businesses, and that's been fabulous.
So networking, you think, is a very important aspect for a small business owner then to promote. Even when you have businesses that go not business to business, but business to consumer, it can also be helpful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other marketing venues that you think can be important for a small business such as yours, that so that you can compete against the some of the larger entities out in the marketplace?
Well, credibility and reputation are very important to me.
Okay.
Just making sure that when people come in, that they get a good first impression. And I'm from a small town, so I'm a small town person at heart.
Okay, all right.
And so when people come into my boutique, I want people to feel comfortable. Not real high prices, very moderate prices. Something that people can afford to buy.
Okay.
And you don't want to walk in and go, oh my gosh, I can't afford this. This is too expensive. But it's price friendly, and I think that's something that's really important, especially in this economy.
Absolutely.
Because I've had to tweak my store, because when I first opened, it was I leaned more towards home decor, and now it's like more personal items.
So you have to be flexible in figuring out exactly what to do based on what economic conditions are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what's working for me now.
Is that flexibility. Okay. And so you mentioned that you started with different type of decor with your business, and now you've changed it. And you've got the stoneware as kind of the chief focus, and then your other products are different. And you mentioned earlier what you did. What were some of the things that you decided not to sell after a while?
I'm leaning more towards or away from the home decor. Yeah, I think that there's other places that do that better than I could.
Okay, and so you have to be able to look at that too in the marketplace and say who's doing what and be able
I'll
to
let
fit.
the other stores work on that. They seem to have a good focus on that, and then I will work on what works best for me.
Do you network with any of the other small businesses in the area?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
And
I let anyone in the community that comes in that shops. I have little business card holders, so I display other businesses within the area. And whenever there's a promotion or something going on with a, whether it be the art gallery or, another little shop, I try to offer giving out the handouts, and I help promote other businesses in my shop.
Okay, that really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and they do the same for me, so it's really a nice community.
Absolutely, absolutely. It sounds really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now we are going to take a slight break to go over some of the upcoming events that the Chamber has planned for the month of November.
Stanley, what on earth are you doing?
Well, the film,
Didn't you say you always wanted to be in pictures?
Well, yes I did, but not like this.
Stanley, it's all about television nowadays. Look at this flyer I was handed at the high school game last night. It says you too can make TV. Volunteer with On Location TV 19 and we'll show you how.
Well, Ollie, what do you think that means?
Stanley, pick up that film reel. Oh. It means that if you volunteer with On Location TV 19, you too can make TV.
Well, Ollie, what kind of TV? Oh!
If you volunteer for On Location TV 19, you can cover high school sporting events, community concerts, parades, and much more.
Do you think that's why they had cameras at the game last night?
Why, certainly. That's why they had those announcers, instant replay, and all that modern TV stuff.
Ollie, do you think that I could operate one of those TV cameras?
Why, of course you could. The folks at TV 19 will show you how.
Ollie, are we still living in the 1930s?
No, of course not, you silly Willie. Why do you ask such a question?
Well, then why are we in black and white?
That's what they call special effects nowadays. I'm sure if you wanted to appear in color, all you'd have to do is ask.
Can we be in color, please?
Welcome back to Your Business Matters, and we have with us again today Michelle Lametti, and her business is Country Charm Boutique. And I want to go on and ask you a few more questions about your business in downtown White Bear, if I may.
You bet.
So, first of all, your products that you have. In running a small business, how do you know the proper number of products that you have to have on the shelf, and so you end up maximizing your profit?
Well, that's trial and error, Tom.
Okay, all right, okay.
So I just opened in April, and now we're going from spring, summer, now into fall and winter. So I have and this will be my first holiday season. So,
and a lot of your business might come from the holiday season.
Sure.
At least I would imagine that this is a time of the year that you're really have your fingers crossed that things are going to go well.
Yeah, and I think with the activities that are planned in the community, it should be just a wonderful holiday season. What I do is I bring in items and hope they sell.
Okay, all right, okay.
And that's all I can do is hope, because I have a wide variety of age groups that I'm trying to satisfy within the community.
So you don't target just one age group then, that you target, you try to do it more holistically.
Absolutely, and that's a challenge, because I would like to see people under 25 coming in my store. I think the younger generation still go to the malls. I'd like to pull some of those in, so I have some younger items, scarves and whatnot, trendy jewelry. But then I've got the older gals that are more in the retirement age, and their needs and their wants and what they like is completely different than a 20-year-old. So I've been just kind of experimenting with different products, and so far it's going good. So just knock on wood that it keeps going that way.
Okay, so if you've got a product that, let's say that you purchased that you thought, boy, this is going to really make it, and it doesn't, and I'm not saying that that's happened or not, what happens to those products that don't sell? Are you able to send them back, or do you try to sell them in a different way? What are some strategies that one might use, not only for you, but other small businesses that might run into that issue?
Well, being a savvy shopper like I am, I like the bargain. So I opened a bargain room.
Oh, you opened a bargain room in your business. Okay.
I did. I had an extra room that was just sitting empty, and I moved the merchandise that wasn't selling into the bargain room, and I'll tell you what, everyone likes to save money. So it's worked real well.
It's worked well then.
Yes. Yes, and it's been a learning lesson for me to, test market, finding out what people do want, and what they're out shopping with their friends, what they really want to purchase. This is my first retail store, so I am in a learning time frame here. So time will tell.
Okay, and you started in April.
Right.
Your business, so you haven't even been open then for a year yet.
Nope, not yet. Yeah.
Okay, and this is your first big holiday venue that you have coming up. That's really pretty incredible. What are some of the things that you're going to be doing over the holidays to prepare for the onslaught of shoppers?
The community has different events planned.
Right.
And the open house is next Thursday, November 10th. Then there's the Winterfest that starts on the weekends with Santa and the carriage rides and all that. So I am just preparing to have a boutique full of beautiful things to buy.
Okay, and you're going to be then relying on a lot of the different venues that the community has in downtown White Bear going into the holiday season.
Right. Right.
Okay, that sounds really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Getting back to one of the products that you mentioned earlier with the stoneware, that is really kind of the centerpiece, as you mentioned, of the items that you sell. What made you look again specifically at that part of your store, those items to sell? What are you said you haven't been to Poland,
right? So
how did you investigate and come up with the idea that this is a product that might really take off and be profitable for you?
Well, I sold the pottery online for several years,
right?
And I wanted to bring it into the store because it's such a beautiful item. And I am very passionate about it because there's a lot of work that goes into the product, but it was just something that I fell in love with.
And how did you find this pottery to begin with? How did you do it?
Actually, my girlfriends had it on their table, and
Oh,
I fell in
okay.
love with it. I used to collect antique dishes,
Okay.
and I fell in love with this pottery. I just fell in love with it.
And from there, you just started selling it online.
Right. I started collecting it myself and using it, and I had lost my job due to the recession,
Right.
and I started selling it online and really
Wow.
liked it, but it was something that I always wanted to have a shop. I always wanted to have it in a boutique because the beauty and the designs you really can't see online. I mean, it's something, you know, it's more fun to see in person.
You have to be there to enjoy something like that.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's like an art gallery in the back of my store.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
For that product, and that's how you learned about it. And so it's just a passion of yours to be able to do that.
Yes.
Now, having gone through this economic transformation, do you think are you happier having your own business than when you were working for somebody else? I mean, I think that's one of the key questions that people have. You've got this, people have this romantic vision of what it is to be in small business, and sometimes you have to take the lumps with the successes.
Right.
And just wondering what your thoughts are on that. Are you glad that you are in that you have your own small business now, and how do you look at these challenges moving forward?
Well, I am very happy to be in business for myself, but I'm really a tough person to work for.
Well, okay.
If you have an ache of pain or a tummy ache, you still have to come in and do your job. And it's a 7-day-a-week job.
So your store's open 7 days a week.
My store's not open 7 days a week, but I work 7 days a week.
7 days a week on your job, on your small business.
Yes.
So it isn't a 9 to 5, 40-hour a week.
No, it's not. But you know what? That's okay, because I'm doing something I've always wanted to do. So this was one of my goals I had set way back a long time ago, that I wanted to have my own business, and I'm doing it, and it's very fun. And the other people in the community, the other shop owners, they're all just wonderful, and I couldn't ask to be in a better part of the city.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Give people your address for your business if they want to come and look at your shop. What is that again? 2176 3rd Street. Right. Right on the square, downtown White Bear. White Bear. Okay. Yeah. And they can come there, and you have in case somebody wants to email you, what is your email address? countrycharmboutique@comcast.net. Okay, and then anybody can come and can email you about your product line. And the phone number for your business is? 651-426-3424. Okay, could you repeat that one more time, please? Oh, sure. 651-426-3424. Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciated you folks watching our program. And again, this is Tom Snell, the director of the White Bear Area Chamber of Commerce. Your business matters. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.
You've been watching Your Business Matters. For more information on this program or the White Bear Area Chamber, visit www.whitebearchamber.com or call 651-429-8593.